What's up guys, Joey here, Fugatech, and when it comes to bang for your buck mid-range smartphones, of course one of the brands that stands out is Honor. We've seen this last year with the Honor 8X, and now comes its successor, the Honor 9X. We've had this phone for quite a while right now, so this is our full review. Check it out. The 9X has a pretty classic look in this midnight color that we have. Nothing too fancy or gimmicky here unless you got the sapphire blue color, which has an effect that Honor calls a dynamic X design due to its, well, X illusion. It's constructed with glass panels and aluminum frame and has curved edges which make it more comfortable to grip. Do take note though that like most phones, this is a smudge and fingerprint magnet, so we do recommend using a case. At the back, you'll find its triple rear cameras and LED flash, while up front, surrounded by thin bezels, we get a notchless display thanks to its pop-up camera. Also on top, you'll find a secondary microphone and hybrid dual SIM tray. The left side is empty, but on the right side, you'll find the power button and volume rocker. The buttons are both tactile and clicky. Located at the bottom are the primary microphone, single downward firing speaker, headphone jack, and a USB-C port. Checking out display, we get a 6.59-inch IPS full-view screen with a resolution of 2340 by 1080. Having no notch getting in the way gives a really good experience, especially when watching videos or playing games. For overall quality, colors are punchy and vibrant, and outdoor visibility is just average. You can adjust the color temperature to what your eyes prefer in the settings. There's also a smart resolution feature available that automatically lowers the screen resolution to save battery. When it comes to audio, sound doesn't come out too loud even when the volume's at around 85%, but when you crank it up to 100%, there's a noticeable jump in volume that allows the audio to fill the room. However, it comes out distorted. Generally, mids and highs are there, but lows are nowhere to be found. Now, powering the Honor 9X is a Kirin 710F with a Mali G51 MP4 GPU, 6GB of RAM, and 128GB of internal storage that's expandable up to 512GB via microSD. Unfortunately, the Kirin 810 version of the Honor 9X is not officially available in the Philippines. For basic tasks like web and social media browsing, video streaming, navigating through the UI, the 9X can definitely handle them smoothly. However, when it comes to heavier workloads like heavy graphics games, we do experience a few stutters. Also take note that when we tested out Call of Duty Mobile, the game was only limited to the lowest graphics settings, plus it also felt sluggish during gameplay. Talk about unoptimized. For benchmark scores, we'll have them flash on screen right now. For software, the 9X runs Android 9 Pie with EMUI 9.1.1 skinned on top. Thankfully, the global version does have Google services pre-installed, so users need not worry for now. EMUI is definitely one of my least favorite Android skins due to its clunky look and insistence on you to use proprietary apps, but that's just me. Software, after all, is very subjective. For battery, we get a 4000 mAh cell with no support for any fast charging technology. In the PCMark Work 2.0 battery test, the device yielded a total of 11 hours and 55 minutes, while in our video loop test, which involves playing a 1080p movie at 50% brightness, 50% volume, and airplane mode turned on, the 9X lasted 13 hours and 46 minutes. So for a 4000 mAh battery, these are pretty subpar results compared to other phones we've seen. And as the 9X doesn't support any method of fast charging, it took us about 2 hours to fully charge up the device from 0%. By today's standards, with all the different types of fast charging technology available, that's a long time. For biometric security, unfortunately the 9X in our region only has fingerprint scanning. The placement of the rear-mounted fingerprint scanner is easy to reach. It also works fast and snappy, but hopefully a future software update will also bring in Face Unlock. Now, the cameras. The Honor 9X has a triple rear camera setup consisting of a 48MP main sensor, an 8MP ultra-wide, and a 2MP depth sensor. In the pop-up camera is the 16MP front camera. Generally, you get good image quality under good lighting, however, color reproduction and details aren't that good. Most of the time, we get pale-looking selfies and slightly overexposed shots from the rear. Selfies in portrait mode are also somewhat disappointing as there's a noticeable lack in subject-background separation. Honor does provide options on what kind of bokeh users prefer, but even with a chosen effect, parts of the subject end up getting blurred as well. While the 9X has a 48MP primary sensor, the standard photo mode defaults to 12MP. You can only use the full 48MP when you shoot using the Pro mode. With the default mode, photos delivered are good enough, although they do look washed out sometimes. Rear portrait-wise, the subject background separation is much better than that of the front camera. Ultra-wide shots are slightly terrible. While the colors appear to be more vibrant, there's a pronounced fisheye effect to the photos, and details tend to come across as muddy. Low-light shots are sadly not that good either. Lights often appear overblown and the details are quite blurry. There's a dedicated night mode in the camera app, and using this will give you vibrant colors to the images. However, noise is still a little apparent and details are still pretty much a blur. For videos, the 9X can shoot up to 1080p at 60 FPS. There's a bit of sharpness in the videos taken, although colors seem to be muted. As with most cases, we recommend using a tripod or monopod for stabilization purposes. So now that we've talked about almost everything, let's check out the price. Just recently launched, the Honor 9X is priced at 12,490 pesos and will be available starting December 7. For what it offers, the price just gets by with the skin of its teeth. The phone has a solid build and classic look to it. You get an immersive notchless display, a modest battery life, and good enough performance. But the images produced by the cameras definitely have some issues. And hardcore mobile gamers may find that gaming on this device isn't up to par, especially with the multitude of other better options on the market. So if you're someone who doesn't really care about cameras and you don't need blazing fast performance, just the right amount, then perhaps the Honor 9X could be a viable option for you. But if you're planning an upgrade from the Honor 8X from last year, you might want to skip this one and check out other mid-range devices available right now. So, what do you guys think about the Honor 9X? Let us know in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, hit the bell icon to receive future uploads, and be sure to visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. This has been Joey, and I'll see you guys in the next one.